to all of you who are joining us today for the live session. Today you are not going to see my fringe. Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do a few adjustments. Give me a moment. Um, while waiting for us to be able to adjust the things here on top, welcome to the live session today. Let's wait for the rest of the people to come in so that we can be all together before I give you all the good news that I'm about to share to all of you. Sorry. So for today, I am Teacher Mitsuko. I will be sharing with you not just the special programs, holiday programs that we will be offering in June. At the same time, I have additional good news, which is going to be good for you if you want to really plan ahead, even way after June. I have the programs available as well for the golden opportunities you have for revision during the school holidays in July and August, just before the PSLE oral in August, which, to remind us all, that's going to be the first examination hurdle that our primary six students will have to go through after their prelims, because it will be in August, if I'm not wrong, 13 and 14, or August 14 and 15. So we are really just a few weeks away from the PSLE oral examination. So I will be sharing with you what are your options today when it comes to June holidays, because that's the longest holiday they're going to have just before the examinations. And at the same time, what are the other options they have after the June holidays? Yeah, people of the world, welcome to all of you who just joined. It's kind of cold, so I am going to put this right in front of me. So everyone, June holidays, we actually have a total of 7 programs to offer you this June. And happily, we have a program for every single level, for every single primary level. Chin, let's do a few adjustments. I think it's because of the phone. SG60, put it slightly a bit inwards. Yeah, a little bit more. Okay, that's perfect. And then my name, right? Yes, a bit above and a little bit inwards. At the moment in my phone, letter M is missing in program. Oh, S, there's programs. S also, a bit more. Okay, and finally, the screen, right? The screen on top don't have the J in June and don't have, like, S is half in program. So slightly inwards. Leave some space at the sides. Okay, this is good enough. Yes. Okay, June still missing. J still missing. A bit more. Yes. This is good. And then we center it a bit. Yes, that's perfect. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now 7 programs for June, and the good news is I'm also telling you your options after June. Let me discuss them one by one when I move on. So here you go, right on top of me. This is my stage for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. On top of me are the programs available that I'll be sharing with you later. And at the same time, your options to... I should be moving here instead. Here. Correct. Okay, with the promotion of the water bottle. Okay, so on top of me, you will see that whatever I'm sharing with you, the details will be on top. If you wish to reach out to us to ask a bit more details of the things that I am going to be talking about, feel free to WhatsApp us. It's very big right there. Not 84049281. Or if you want, you can actually click the Service Plus button here below. And then you will see that it will ask you for your contact information. It will direct to us. It will be directed to us. We will provide it to our operations team to get them to reach out to you if you have more questions and you're interested to join our programs, ladies and gentlemen. So if you can see here on top, we have 7 programs for June holidays. We have a program for every level, of course. Most especially, if I would like to share, is we have a special oral program for every single level. Primary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the one that you see here, this one, is June PSLE Composition Writing Crash Course, We are for the first time offering this crash course in June. We only used to offer this in September, and by popular demand, some of you wanted to actually experience it a bit further away from PSLE English Paper 1 examination, so you have more time to internalize everything that you learned from the crash course itself. So we have decided to completely bring this a new set for June, so that even the public, the one who has not experienced the story banking method yet, you get the chance to experience it in a crash course, 5 days, 3 hour per lesson. It's a bit intensive, but there's a special reason why we do it for 3 hours, and you will realize that the moment you go through the lesson yourself. Okay, now here's the exciting part. We also have the upcoming things for you this coming July and August. So if you don't know yet, because you haven't lived, I live in the future, ladies and gentlemen, so that I can give you your options for, I would say, at least the next 5 or 6 months. Okay, so right here on top, you will see that you actually do have 2 more school holidays, one in July and one in August, just before the PSLE oral exam. And so these are very good opportunities for you to strengthen your oral skills before you face the examination. And by the way, this is also available for primary 5 students as well. So just before your end of year examinations, you do have these options to practice oral. Most especially that the PSLE new format in 2025, the biggest change is actually in paper 4, which is oral. Okay, so July 7 is the school holiday for Youth Day, and August 11 will be for National Day. And so for these days, we're offering a 1-day program, PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course, 2 hours. It's a 2-hour lesson. Well, you will go through commonly tested themes, practice a very structured response framework to present your answers more structurally and strategically, and at the same time get your examiners to follow your train of thought. And finally, also learn how to analyze the picture stimulus, which is, by the way, now has changed. That's one of the biggest change in PSLE new format is that you're no longer gonna be seeing a hand-drawn poster. You will be seeing a real-life photograph, which is gonna be a bit more challenging, given that it will have no text for you. Before, the hand-drawn posters are so easy because the theme is literally screaming at your face. Recycling day. So immediately students will know, oh my God, this is about environment, this is about recycling, I know what to talk about. And sometimes there's like a subtitle that goes with it. The organizers and all are written there, but no longer is that the case for a real life photograph. You will have a very huge spectrum of the types of pictures that you can have. On one end of the spectrum, you will have so many people in the picture. Maybe they're packing some donated goods, that maybe they're volunteers because you can see it in their uniforms and so on. But sometimes on the other end of the spectrum, you can get a picture of someone with just one face. And all you have to make sure is to make sure you read the emotion in the picture, you read the scene, you read the whatever information is being shown there. So let's improve our oral skills with PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course. Feel free to reach out to us if you are interested. Now, to some of you who may want to go and say, Chicha, I have no time, school holidays, I still do some things, teacher, maybe is there a much more easier option? Okay, we try to adjust. We try to be very flexible with the programs that we're offering you. So let's go through them one by one. So this is what I was talking about just now. Feel free to scan the QR code, ladies and gentlemen, if you have decided and you want to really explore this program. Now, PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course, I'll let you in on 2 things. You will actually learn the 5W1H technique that will help you process when you are facing real life photographs. And then the MEET as an MEET, it actually stands for something. The MEET response structure that you can use when you give your responses to the stimulus-based conversation questions that you're getting. So 2 hours. There is one round in 7th of July. There's another round in 11th of August. So come and join us if you want to continue sharpening your oral skills and learning very exam smart strategies so that you are confident to face the PSLE oral exam, or if you're a primary 5 student, the end of year examination. Scan the QR code. If you want to explore more, it will direct you to the page on our website where we talk about the intensive crash course itself. Now, if you want something a bit more personalized, you want your child, or if you're the student watching the live session, what is meet? Okay, Floor, hello, meet. Okay, Floor, very interesting. I'm happy that you asked. So, Floor, first things first, let me put this out there very clearly, a lot of you will be learning different response structures because sometimes you will learn one from school, you will learn one from this teacher, another one from this teacher, another one from a tuition class. Now, if you have a structure that you already follow flow, okay, and it works well for you, stick to that structure. For me, the most important thing first is to make sure you have a structure to follow so that you can organize your thoughts well. Now, meet is very close. Got Oreo and Tree, correct. You also have Peel. Have you heard of Peel? There's also Peel, there's also Scare, there's so many things. A lot of them, don't worry, Floor, they are very similar, okay? They're very similar in the sense that they basically have 4 things in mind. The first one is the main point, okay? The main point. The second thing is elaborations on those points. Like if I say yes, I'm going to give you 2 reasons why I say yes, okay? So the second one is elaborations, why yes. So reason number 1, reason number 2. Then the third one is these 2 reasons, you will amplify them and strengthen them using another layer, which is going to be statistics or personal experiences. And then you wrap up properly. This is the main thing. The most challenging part is the 2 things in between. Giving reasons and then strengthening them with personal experiences of your own or personal experiences that you have known from other people, and statistics and stories that will back up your reasoning, okay? So Floor, meets is very similar to Oreo in a sense. It's a main point, elaboration, examples, and then thoughts, final thoughts. It's very similar. The most important thing for you to understand is for you to have enough knowledge on specific commonly tested themes for you to be able to follow this structure in the first place and have something to say. Because you can have all the structures you want, but still end up not having things to talk about. Yeah? Okay. So if you are the ones who wants to go for a more personalized approach wherein the teacher can really pay attention to you and you want your specific questions to be addressed, we also have PSLE Oral 1-to-1 intensive coaching, wherein it's going to be just you and a writers of work experienced teacher, and you will be going through the lesson. You will go through a simulation of the test. The teacher can give you real-time feedback on your responses and how to improve them, okay? This is also available 7th of July, or there's another one on 11th of August. Both of them are school holidays, ladies and gentlemen. For this one, of course, it's a 1-hour session, and we'll make the most out of it, and you will get the entire hour for yourself and for the teacher to give you all the attention. Now, sure, I want a level of flexibility where I can just stay at home and join your lesson. This is the one for you. And this is for those of you who are really gunning for paper 2 improvement. Okay, some of you go and say, sure, I'm safe with oral. I'm already scoring very high for oral examinations. I can talk like there's no tomorrow. Or, for example, paper 2 is a very huge percentage. It has a huge weightage of your examination, of your PSLE's grades. So we do have this 10-day fully online special program, which is called the Top Schools English Exam Paper 2 Revision. Okay, this is 10 days, one top school paper from 2024 per day. It's going to be 1.5 hours per lesson. The teacher will go through with you the paper 2 paper. It's from all of them are from 2024. There's a separate lesson for P5. That means to say P5, it's 10 top school paper 2 papers from 2024 end of your examination P5. For P6, it's 10 top school papers from 2024 prelims. Okay? Now, 10 days, 7:30 to 9, 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's at night. It's a weeknights. And it's 1.5 hours per session. You will go through that paper to paper. The teacher is there with you via Zoom live, going through the paper with you, telling you strategies on how to do the papers. I know some of you are very used to going through paper 2 drills already. Your mom, your dad are probably buying you assessment books or past year papers that you actually go through. I think for me, the most important thing that I would like to highlight is not going into practice papers or practice or drills blindly, because you can always answer every single past year paper for the past 10 years. But the moment there is no unpacking of the wrong answers and understanding the correct answers, you don't see the patterns, you don't see the question types, you don't see the logical reasoning behind every answer or behind every grammar question, there's still a possibility that you can get things wrongly. Okay, so go through these revisions a bit more in a targeted and a more strategic way. A teacher is going to be there to provide you feedback and go through the reasoning behind why these are the correct answers for some specific questions. Okay, so top schools English exam paper 2 revision. It's a fully online course, 10 days, weeknights, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. And the best news is we offer this in 5 different rounds, so that you can choose on which round or which dates you will be available to take the lessons. It's gonna start July all the way to September, just before the PSLE paper 1 and 2 examination. Okay, so feel free to join us. This is gonna be online. You can take the examination from the comforts of your home and go through some drills until you really internalize commonly tested grammar questions, commonly tested question types in comprehension closed, or even in comprehension open-ended. Okay? Now, gifts. Of course, let's talk about gifts, because I always have gifts for all of you. Now, all of you who will be enrolling to any of our June holiday program or even our PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course, PSLE Oral 1-to-1 intensive coaching. Oh, the names I memorized all of them. Top School English Exam Paper 2 revision. You'll all be receiving a $50 voucher that you can use when you decide to actually join our regular program and try it out. And that's not all. You think it's just a voucher, huh? No, there's more. Those of you who are planning to join our PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course and 1-to-1 coaching, which is going to happen on 2 school holidays, Youth Day and National Day, you are going to get this ebook, which is ACE PSLE English, Top Exam Strategies and Must-Have Grammar Cheat Sheets. This is a very important ebook that you will find very useful. It's because we have detailed out very important exam SOPs in this ebook. Not only are we going to tell you some grammar rules, we will also be teaching you exactly what is a step-by-step process that you can follow the moment you're facing this specific page in that paper. And these strategies cover paper 1, paper 2, and paper 4. We even give their very exam-specific strategies, so that not only are you revising, but you also actually know what to do during the examination. Half of it is really mastering English. Another half of it is learning how to deal with the examination itself. Given that you have a time limit, given that you have specific sessions to deal with, and at the same time, given your current level of English ability, this will definitely help you. The grammar cheat sheets are a compilation of the ones that are commonly tested. Yeah. And finally here, this is a full packed ebook, because this ebook also has a list of phrasal verbs, a list of commonly misspelled words in P5 and P6 level, which are very much useful, especially for editing, spelling. It generally will help you with editing, composition writing, and even comprehension close, because you'd have to write the words on your own. Yeah. And at the same time, we also have a list of vocab words. So vocabulary, grammar, exam SOPs, exam strategies, and revision techniques, all in this ebook. And we're giving it for free for those of you who are going to enroll this month of May, we are giving this out. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So feel free to scan the QR code that you see here on top. Or WhatsApp at 8404-9281 if you are interested to join these programs. Now, I will be showing you a video because I need to drink water. Let me show you a video. Because I'm going to move on to talk about the closest offers that you're going to have, which is going to be the June holiday program. Some of you are in the midst of planning what programs to attend and what are all the other things you want your child to do during this month-long break. So I will show you a video of myself briefly explaining all the 7 programs that we have. Okay, there's all the 7 programs that we have. Have a quick look. Then the moment you know all the 7 programs, I will dive deep into each one of them after the video. Okay, so let's have a look. It has a feedback. So I should turn off which one? Try to hear myself. Hold on, everyone. My audio in Zoom ha. So I leave. Okay. Correct. My goodness gracious. All right. Okay, so those are some tips. Hello, Sherlyn. Welcome to you, madam. How are you? Yes, I hope you are fine and well and alive and thriving in this world. It's a very, very small world in a very huge and massive universe. Okay, so I was just sharing with you in that video some tips on what you can do to make the June holidays fun for your kids. And at the same time, the learning should never stop. So there has to be a good balance of keeping the fun there, so to get them out of the stress, but at the same time, you don't lose the momentum of learning, especially that examinations are right at the doorstep. Okay, so June holiday programs, ladies and gentlemen, we are offering them for all 4 weeks of June. Okay, if you are interested to take up one of the programs, reach out to us because we offer them in different locations to make sure that there are weeks where we can bring these programs much closer to you wherever you are in Singapore. And at the same time, we also do offer them on some of them are on specific weeks only. They may not be running on every single week of June. So have a look, but we did try our best to make sure that we give you the flexibility so that you can work around your schedules and what you want to do for June as well. Because sometimes I understand that the students are indeed on holidays, but the parents are not. Okay, so 2nd to 27th June, all 4 weeks of June, 7 programs to choose from. Let's dive in. First things first, you're all receiving gifts, okay? Although our early bird promotion for June is already over, our early bird promotion for PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course and PSLE Oral One-to-One Intensive Coaching is still ongoing for the month of May because they are programs after June. But all of you who are going to sign up for any of our holiday programs or special programs are going to receive a regular program voucher worth $50, okay? Now, first things first, let's dive into the June PSLE Composition Writing Crash Course, which is a very important one that you can join if you want to really brush up your writing skills and really learn very smart and exam smart strategies for the examination. And one thing I can assure you that is very important that you're going to learn from this crash course is, of course, um, learning the skills that you will need even after PSLE. Do keep in mind that the writing element in English, in the English subject, and obviously in the national examination, is just going to get harder when you get to secondary school. So this technique, the story banking method that we actually mastered and refined over the past 13 years is something that we are really scaffolding and teaching to our regular students in Writers at Work. And we have opened this method up to all of you in public this coming June. That's why it's 5 days. It's 3 hours per lesson. And not only will you learn a story per day, you will also learn how to masterfully adapt this story to many different composition questions and other possible pictures that may be given to you during the examination. Okay? Yeah. Now, day one, you see, seconds to choose. So while I break down day one, day two, day three, day four, and day five lessons for you for June PSLE composition crash course, I will tell you what are you learning for every single day. Every day. Okay? So the title of the story that you're learning for day one is Seconds to Choose. Like, sure, 3 hours and I'm learning one story. Does that really need 3 hours? So here's the thing. You're not only learning a story. Number two, you're also going to have to learn how to strategically unpack the composition question. Oh my God, you don't know how many of my students always get things, they lose a lot of marks, not because they cannot write well, but it's because they did not understand a simple compo question that was literally screaming in front of their faces. There are some even for composition questions, there are patterns that you will see. They're different. We know the types of composition questions that are being used during examinations. And we have found strategies for students to know what exactly to write when you are faced with this type of composition question. What if it's structured as a verb? Or what if it's a noun? What if it's a quality of a human being? Or what if it's a... So there are these types of questions, and you have to be quick enough to know what they mean and what they require from you, what story is required from you to really answer the compo question. That's one thing you're learning. Now, day two, let me share another thing for you. Your story that you're learning is super sitter. But on top of learning this story, you learn to unpack, right? You will also learn a specific writing mechanic per day. That is very fit, that is used in that specific story that you're writing. When I say writing mechanic, there's a lot of them, a lot of techniques to help you beef up your content and not just write very mundane phrases and sentences there. So writing mechanics will involve, for example, writing literary devices, similes, metaphors, personification, hyperbole, and at the same time, if I want to be very descriptive in my introduction, what hooks can I write? Maybe I'm going to write a proper setting wherein I do a 5 sentence description. 5 sentence description also can be, or for example, you can perhaps also learn how to write dialogues properly in your compositions. That's another one. So idiomatic expressions. So these are all different writing mechanics that you will learn per day that is embedded into the story that you're learning per day. Okay. Day three for PSLE June composition writing crash course. Small acts, big effects. Okay. So you're learning a story, you're unpacking, you're learning a writing mechanic. You are also learning what? You're also going to learn the story by planning the story together. And you will learn the importance of planning and how this skill is going to bring you far, even all the way to secondary school. So planning, unpacking questions, writing mechanics, learning the story. Now, day four, Big Brother Ben. So learning the story actually means really being able to imagine the details of the story. The model compositions you're getting from Writers at Work are actually quite fun, I would say. That's probably why a lot of our students really remember their stories. The most heartwarming moments I always have with my students is when they remember their story from 3 years ago, from 4 years ago, right? They already set 4, but they still talk about Oh My Olfactory from primary 6, for example, or Charlie the Champion from primary 5. Yeah, because they're structured in a way that it's very high level AL1 level of model composition that you're learning, but the way it's being taught in the class is for you to really remember it. Hmm. And finally, day 5 is trouble bubbles. Very nice namings. Yeah. Now, also the fifth thing that you're learning from this June PSLE composition writing crash course is learning how to manipulate the stories. Which parts can you adjust to make it fit to a different composition question or to a different set of pictures? Mind you, I'm going to show you a video now of a student, and this is very real. And this has happened to so many of our students. And this is the way people learn. I will share with you a video of Romaine, a very smart girl who is now pursuing a degree in accountancy. She has basically used one single essay from Writers of Work and used it for all her examinations, Sec 3 to Sec 4, all the way when she took O levels. And there's even one more student, Zoe, who's used one essay from Sec 2 to Sec 4, all her end of year examinations, and scored very well. So they managed to master the story, but at the same time, they know how to properly tweak it to make it fit to different types of essay questions. And it's the same thing for composition. Now let's hear it from her on how she has fully mastered story banking and really truly appreciated the value of mastering English. So let's hear it from our student Romaine. Okay, I'm gonna post it right there because she's gonna share about her internship experience and Writers at Work. She did become our intern for a short time before she moved on to her next stage of academic career. So That's it. That was Romaine. She eventually got a one for O levels as well. Congratulations. If you see this video, Romaine, hello to you. How are you? Um, but she was a prime example of the many writers of our students who really managed to excel in their PSLE composition writing exam and O level essay by applying the story banking method, which you are going to be learning for our June PSLE composition crash course. If you're interested, feel free to scan the QR code right here, or you have a big WhatsApp number that we have 84049281. At the same time, if you want us to just reach out to you, there's a button here. Right here. Yeah, there's a button here that says Service Plus. Okay, so this button right here, you can. Let me see if I'm clicking. Okay, yes, I'm pointing at it properly. You can click that button, type in your contact details. It will be directed to us. We will pass it on to our customer service team so they can reach out to you and answer whatever question you have if you are interested to join our June PSLE composition writing crash course. Yes, so people. So these are all the 5 days, and I have broken down to you all the skills that you'll be learning for the 3 hours per lesson in this 5-day crash course. Now, the last good news. Wow, I never run out of good news. Okay, last piece of good news is that this is available both purely on site or purely online. Okay, if you have fully decided when to join, the purely online option is not on every single week of June. It's on 2 different weeks. I forgot which one. So make sure to check out, reach out to us so we can give you the details that you need for this crash course. Okay, and do remember, all of you, hello to those of you who just joined. I'm Teacher Mitsuko. My eyes are dry. We do give regular program vouchers worth $50 to anyone who's going to be joining our June holiday program, and even all the special programs that we have after the June holidays. Scan the QR code if you want to explore more of our holiday programs in our website. It's all right there, ready for you to go into and read. Now, oral lessons, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now I'll be diving into the important oral lessons that we are offering for every single level of primary school. Primary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to start from the top because these are the students who need, actually, I don't think so. All of you need the lesson. Such that for the younger ones, you need this runway to start learning so you don't stress out closer to examinations. And at the same time, for the older ones who are facing the examination, you need this final stretch of revision to be fully ready for examination. So primary 5 and 6 students, we have our June holiday program oral thematic set A. It's called set A because you know what I'm saying. There's also another set called, you are right, set B. Now set A, this is a 5-day oral class wherein you will dive into one commonly tested theme per day. Okay, you want to know what the themes are? Let's break down and go into it. Day 1, oh, not yet. I will show you the happy faces of our students first from the previous holiday programs that we have done. I would like to take this opportunity to thank those of you who joined us for the March holiday program and the teachers as well who made the program successful. Quite a lot of you really did join us and started your revisions early, so that you're a bit more ready to face PSLE. But don't worry to those of you who have not done so, and to those of you who want more, June holiday programs, we have options for you. Yeah. So day 1 is kindness, of course, a very commonly tested theme. And day 2 is environment. As long as we live in this world, this will never go away as a theme to talk about. Not only because we live in this world, but also because the problems never go away. It's either they go away and then they're replaced by new ones, or the same old ones evolve with the times. Sad but true. And because we have to be the stewards of this universe, we have to learn about environment. Okay? Sports and fitness. Under the much bigger umbrella of health, which, by the way, the day 5 one is also one under health. Sports and fitness is also important, as long as you are human beings. This one is going to be a topic that we will always be talking about. Familiar relationships and it's a different neighborliness and community. So all of these things are commonly tested themes for oral. Not only it's a 2-hour per day lesson. This is a 5-day lesson, 2 hours per day. You will dive into one theme per day. First half of the lesson is always about content building, content knowledge building, because you have to know what to say, before learning how to say it. Two very important things. So we build your content knowledge by talking about it, by brainstorming, by giving you articles, by discussing articles, by even sharing with you some very good phrases, very much related to the theme, and even proverbs that are related to the theme. So we back you up with the content that you need. So by the time in the second half of the lesson, we go through the actual Q&A where we give you some stimulus-based conversation picture stimulus, and then we give you some questions. You actually know what to say. And then we give you the strategy on how to structure your responses nicely put together such that the people listening to you during the examination will understand you. And so, oh my God, I'm so impressed. I know how to say, know what to say, know how to say it nicely. Good to go. So these are all the 5 themes that we're going through for Primary 5 and 6 Oral Thematic Set A June Holiday Program, Kindness, Environment, Sports and Fitness, Familiar Relationship, and Number Ladies and Community. Scan the QR code if you're interested to join. Yeah, and look at these happy faces one more time. We are hoping for you to be in here for the June versions of these photos. Yeah, these are our students who joined the lessons. You can perhaps actually see, look at the photo here under March Holiday Program. There is a kid here holding on to, zooming in on one of the pages of our notes. You can see, for example, the picture stimulus there is already using a real life photograph. We have fully adapted and adjusted all our notes and even the techniques that we're teaching, just so we can teach you how to tackle the new format PSLE oral. Yeah. And of course, we are giving you gifts, non-stop giving of gifts. You will receive a voucher if you sign up to any of our June Holiday Program lesson. Now, let's talk about Set B. Of course, Set B is different from Set A in a way that we will be tackling different themes for Set B. 2 options for you. It may be possible that you are already very well versed with this, with the themes mentioned in Set A, so it's not challenging for me, teacher. I don't want to waste my money. Then go for Set B, and then you start to realize, oh, sure, I want to learn more about technology. I'm not very well versed in that theme, but I'm quite scared that may be the theme for PSLE. How will I prepare myself? Go for Set B. Otherwise, some of you actually have never tried any of our oral programs. You can go for both Set A and Set B. Because we offer them for more than 1 week in June, you have all the time in the world, then you can go for both Set A and B. Set B, Theme 1. Oh, look at this. Oh, another set of happy students right here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, another set of happy students, June holidays. We're hoping to see you soon for our June holiday program. Set B, Day 1 is about education and learning. A hot topic these days, especially, when it comes to how is education and learning, both in school and outside of school, is affected by how the world is changing. AI, advances in technology, teaching styles, teaching methodology, and current situation. For example, how is this affected by the pandemic before? What if there's another pandemic coming? How do we prepare ourselves for it? There's a lot of angles to look at this. A good thing to learn. Travel, both about going outside of Singapore and of Singapore being a tourism hub. Okay, there's 2 different angles for travel as well. Okay, now food and nutrition, still under the big umbrella of health, very important. Now you may go and say, sure, I eat every day, so I don't need this theme. Good point. It's the same thing as saying I speak English every day, so I don't need an English subject. The thing about these themes, ladies and gentlemen, is that you have to get yourself updated on the recent happenings about this topic. So environment, for example, there are things in the past that you can no longer talk about because it's already been debunked by more recent research or science discoveries, or because there's new technology that's able to know these things. So a lot of them are being corrected now, right? So for example, in the past, 1980s, probably were not born yet. 1980s, around 1970s, there was a time when a lot of professionals and doctors and researchers have really told everyone, say no to fats. Fats are not good for you. Fats are not good for your body. And that was exactly the time when every single marketing people releasing food out there will put there low fat milk, no fat, low fat, less fat, and all these things, because everyone's going crazy about fats being a bad thing. But it has already been debunked that human beings need fat, okay? There's just many different types of fats that is good for you, and some of them are bad for you, but not all of them are bad. So these are the kinds of things you need to get yourself updated so you can talk about them by the time we go for oral examinations. Now, technology, okay, then need I say anything? Okay, it will always be there, it will always be advancing. So now, and the last thing, ladies and gentlemen, the last thing I'm going to say about this, technology and performing arts. The last thing I'm going to say about this is that the world that you are living in now is changing much faster than it has been growing in the past, I would say, 20 years. So, for example, last time, perhaps schools will need to update their books every 5 years, maybe, because some of the information are wrong. Now, cannot do it like that. Must update more often because our world is changing much, much faster now with more advanced tech, with more professionals, and with more people realizing the importance of research and development. Then the changes are much faster. So you have to keep a pace with the changes as well. That's why here in Writers at Work, even the curriculum team has to keep a pace with the changes they need to do, with the curriculum and the notes and the articles that you need to share. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're interested, please scan the QR code on top here. These are all the 5-day themes that we're going to go through for Primary 6 Oral Set a B. Now, this time around, you may not be believing me with whatever I am telling you. So you don't need to just take my word for it. This time around, I'm going to show you, for example, a parent. Okay, let me show you a video of a parent who has specifically talked about, what do you call this? Who has shared about the improvements of the child since they have joined Writers at Work. Peoples. Okay, so now let's watch it and hear it from a parent of Writers at Work students. Let's go. Wow. Yes, actually not one, not two, but three parents who have basically shared about our life. Sorry, my brain. My brain is not braining. Okay, so three parents who shared about the success stories of their child since they enrolled their students to us here in Writers at Work. And we would love for the same benefits to reach to you as well. If you want to try it out, join us for June holidays. It's coming June, less than a month actually, because we're already here today. It's 6th of May. So less than a month to go. Come and join us for holiday programs. Have some fun and at the same time continue to learn. Now, look at this, happy students right here. You'll be the next one, okay, for our June holiday programs. These are actually photos from last year, June holidays, and last year March holiday as well. Now, free gifts for you, of course. Feel free to scan the QR code, and all of you who will be attending any of our special programs or holiday programs will receive a special voucher if you decide to join our regular program. Now, okay, those of you who wants to go for a bit more of a comprehensive practice, I'm sure I do want to learn oral, but I'm also kind of a bit anxious about my paper two, much bigger weightage in my overall PSLE grade. So do you have something that will give me a more practice for paper 2 and for oral as well? And this one is for you, PSLE paper 2 plus oral 5-day program. We are going to dive into very crucial parts of paper 2 per day, and then 1 day will be dedicated for oral. Okay, so day 1 is oral. Look at these happy students who have gone through our paper 2 plus oral classes. Hello, hello. You can see their teacher Angel and teacher Azha. Yes. So day 1 would be oral. You will go through very commonly tested themes during the lesson, learn response structures that you can use to present your answers, and at the same time really practice with the teacher. getting a question, analyzing a picture stimulus, and then presenting your answers in a much more structured way using the techniques that we will be teaching you. Day 2, tan tan tan, everyone's favorite part in paper 2. Comprehension open-ended. Okay, now some of you may go and say, teacher, I don't believe that you can actually revise paper 2, most especially comprehension open-ended. What's the point of revising if the passages are different every single time? Like, if I practice now and the passage is about a story of a girl who got lost in the wild, PSLE is not going to be the same passage that I'll be dealing with. Correct. You are right that it's a different passage, but the question types are the same. The questions they'll be asking you are, you have to see that there's a pattern. We know the question types that you'll be asked, and we have structures to teach you that you can follow every time you deal with these types of questions. So they can change the passage all they want. They can change the types of questions all they want. But the types of grammar questions, the types of comprehension closed questions, the types of comprehension open-ended questions are the same. They are repeated. The moment you see that pattern, you know how to attack it, and you know the structures to use when you deal with that kind of question, you're good to go. You will learn it in day 2, comprehension open-ended. Day 3, grammar. Okay, grammar is such a huge world in English. The foundation of everything, I would say. That's why we have a dedicated day for this. You have a grammar section in paper 2, but at the same time, your grammar skills will help you in your composition writing in your oral examination. And specifically for this one, we will be exposing you to a lot of grammar questions, but these grammar questions are commonly tested in PSLE and even in school examinations. We'll teach you structures. Sometimes we even name them in a funny way just to help you remember these grammar questions. Yeah, we always find very creative ways to teach this to our students to help it stick to you, and you bring it all the way to examinations and beyond examinations. Yeah. And then day 4, your favorite, synthesis and transformation. They call this a killer section because it's only 5 questions, but my goodness, only 5 questions, 2 marks each, and it's all or nothing. The moment you commit one single careless mistake there, one wrong spelling, one missing word that you forgot to take from the question, then you don't get the marks at all. That's the biggest problem for S&T. And I think that the biggest problem for S&T is that it deals with a lot of rules. There is direct speech to reported speech. There's active to passive voice and vice versa. There is, what do you call this? Different usage of connectors. There is the partners, the BFFs, from and to, not only but also, no sooner had plus than, hardly had plus when. All these things, there's so many. We have compiled the commonly tested ones. We have also compiled structures that you can follow when you deal with these kinds of questions. And finally, comprehension codes. Okay, comprehension codes at the same time, same issue with compre open-ended. You may say that it's a different passage every time, but my goodness, that entire passage has a lot of clues. If you're smart enough to actually identify what type of question you're being tested on, and very quick enough to know where to pick your clues from, you will be able to perform well for comprehension codes. So these are all the 5 things that we are going to be diving into for paper 2 plus oral June holiday program. If you're interested, please feel free to scan the QR code on top, or you have there very big your WhatsApp number 84049281. And at the same time, if you see mochi right here, no, this is not mochi, this is matcha. Sorry matcha, I misnamed you. Okay, you have here beside mochi, it's a service plus button. Oh, I'm pointing at it very accurately. My goodness, I'm so proud of myself. Yes, service plus button. You can provide us your contact details. We'll forward it to our customer service team. They will reach out to you to provide you with all the answers that you need for any questions that you have related to our holiday programs. Okay. Now look at these happy students again. I have pictures of our happy students because they are happy. Okay, pictures from our previous holiday programs. We hope to see you this happy as well during our holiday programs, ladies and gentlemen. Free gifts for all, of course, never does. Primary 3 and 4 students, do not worry. We also have curated a different set of thematic oral lesson for you, especially for you. So themes and happy faces. Theme 1, environment. Okay. Theme 2, healthy lifestyle. Theme 3, dreams and aspirations. Wow. Graciousness and road safety. So as early as P3 and P4, I feel like it's very important that you start getting those doses of like exam strategies, started to grow your vocab bank on these themes and start to get the confidence to talk about them. So P5 and P6 doesn't sound too heavy. That's my take. As the early you start, the less stressful it is closer to the national exams. Okay? Now, here you go. The 5 themes that you'll be learning for our primary 3 and 4 oral thematic June holiday program. Mm-hmm. Another picture of our happy students, ladies and gentlemen. Say hello to all of them and our teachers as well. Hello, hello, teachers. You can see here, smiling big, Teacher Rachel. Okay, so you can see here, actually, I'm not pointing up properly. Teacher Rachel here smiling, teaching our P3 and 4 students. Yeah. Now, speaking of teachers, oh my goodness, yes, this is my favorite part. I've been talking here, but I do have some teachers that I can show you because you might be wondering, sure, I am sold. I want to join the program, but there's just one last thing I want to make sure. I want to know who are going to be the teachers I'm going to be facing, or what kind of teachers do you actually have. Of course, I cannot show you all our teachers now, but I'll give you a glimpse of some of the teachers that we have. And of course, for the upcoming days, I can show you a bit more, just so you get an idea that, of course, we have a lot of teachers here, fully trained in Right as a Work. They go through a very rigorous training so that they're able to go inside the classrooms, having their own story bank, learning how to manage the students in the class, learning how to mark in detail, knowing how to properly teach the curriculum that we specially built for Right as a Work. So let me show you some of them. Actually, let me show you whatever it is, how many teachers I have. We will just show you one by one. Okay. The first one is yes, I'm gonna pause you right there because yeah, she eventually pursued that thought, and now she is a very wonderful teacher of writers work. So if you want, you can join Teacher Deborah's class in our regular programs. But at the same time, she will be teaching a few of our. I'm hoping. I don't know the schedule yet, but I'm hoping she's gonna teach one of our June holiday program classes. Definitely, you can feel free to join us. Hello, Nelsie Official. No, it's Nelsie Official. I'm gonna try to read it properly, Nelsie, okay? Nelsie, hello to you. Welcome. I am Teacher Mitsuko. I'm currently talking about the 7 programs that we're offering for June and also the additional three programs that we're offering after June. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that's Teacher Deborah. I'm gonna show you another teacher, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. Two more teachers. This time I am going to show you, let's say, teacher. Let's show them Teacher Ruvindi. Kenna. Okay, meet Teacher Ruvindi. Hmm? Oh, okay. Yes, everyone. That was Teacher Rovindi. See, we are very. It's so amazing that the variety of the teachers that we have. Very high caliber teachers. Also, they come in with their own teaching style, and then their own styles of managing a class. So come and feel free to meet our teachers in our classes here in Writers Award. One more, one more. Okay, one more teacher. Let's show them Teacher Neil. Oh, Teacher Daniel. Okay. Sorry. Correct, correct. Oh, somebody followed CW Whore. Thank you for thank you for following us. We're happy to welcome you to our Writers of Work community here in TikTok. Yes, yes. So that is Teacher Daniel. Yes, he was also sharing about some tips that he wanted to share this to students, and he also shared about his goals for his students in 2025. So we're halfway through. Hopefully, Teacher Daniel is on his way to achieving the goals that he has set for his classes this year. Okay, and I'm actually quite hopeful as well that all those three teachers, Teacher Ravindi, Teacher Daniel, Teacher, who was the first teacher? Teacher Deborah, are going to be teaching some of the June holiday program classes that we have this coming June. Okay, so of course, ladies and gentlemen, I have not forgotten about the youngest learners that we have. Primary 1 and 2, a very exciting 3-day oral adventure for all of you youngsters. You will all become, hello, CW Whore. He said, hi, hello. Yes, so primary 1 and 2 students will have a 3-day adventure. Who stole the dragon's egg? They will become detectives, and for 3 days, they will try to discover who indeed stole the dragon's egg. Mhm. And at the same time, for each day, as they discover who were the suspects for the for the for the how do you what's the noun for what's the noun for thief? Oh my God, my brain is not braining. Who's the suspects, okay? As they go through and discover who actually did steal the dragon's egg, they will be mastering some very specific oral skills per day, okay, which I will be diving into. And the most important thing is because these are primary 1 and 2 students, they learn well when they're very engaged in class. So we have designed the lessons, this 3D adventure, in such a way that is very engaging for them. There are activities that they can do. They can even perform and showcase their oral skills because the most important thing is to get exposure on really getting started to speak in front of some people in front of them and have some fun and learn and have to feel the joy of being able to speak well in front of everyone. So look at our happy students right here joining our June holiday program classes. Day 1 would be the friendly fairy. Dun, dun, dun. So the friendly fairy is actually the first suspect. Did she steal the dragon's egg? They will know the story, what the friendly fairy did on the day the dragon's egg was stolen. At the same time, we will be focusing on pronunciation, articulation, and enunciation to help your child speak clearly and accurately. Now, there will be a craft work that is embedded within the lesson. That's why for that day, they will learn to make their own wands. Wow, so nice. And also they will be learning how to they will be learning to present the lines of the friendly fairy using their wand as well. Wow, so nice. Yeah. Okay, with emphasis on pronunciation for that day. Day 2. Or is it the wise wizard? Now we don't know. I'm very confused. Who stole the dragon's egg? This time around, they will be learning about what the wizard was doing the day the dragon's egg was stolen, and then they will be going through the entire lesson, learn vocabulary, and master rhythm and fluency as they go through some of the lines of the Wise Wizard. There is also a craft work involving making a wizard's hat. Wow! And then they can wear the hat as they present their lines of the Wise Wizard. They will become wise kids as well. Scan the QR code if you're very much interested to learn more about the program or if you want to register. Finally, day 3. Or is it the Grumpy Goblin? Now I don't know. I'm very confused. Every single day, by the way, they're going to try to guess if the suspect is guilty or not guilty. But the most amazing thing is on day 3, the big reveal will happen. I have not rang my bell for the entire lesson, so that was amazing. They will have the big reveal on day 3. Well, they will actually learn if their guess is correct because they will have to guess first who do you think stole the dragon's egg after all those 3 days. Then I think it's the Grumpy Goblin because he looks very grumpy and he looks very what do you call this? He looks very suspicious. Or maybe it's a Wise Wizard because he's wise, so he might have planned this very nicely. Or maybe it's a friendly fairy. Maybe she's just looking friendly because she is actually guilty deep inside. We don't know, but the reveal will happen on day 3. Isn't that amazing? I would love to join this class, even if I'm an adult. Okay, so if you're interested, feel free to scan QR code, or if you are not, if you don't qualify for this because you feel like you're too old for this, if you know someone who has a primary 1 and 2 child, forward this to them, scan the QR code, give them the link, and then get them to check if they're interested to join this program. Okay, so these are all the 3 days right here. The QR code is still there. A 3-day adventure, I would call it. Now, again, happy faces of our students, and you can see right here Teacher Benjamin and Teacher Aryan in action. Teacher Benjamin is actually our senior teacher. Teacher Aryan is our middle leader. Okay, very good, high caliber teachers and writers of work. You can join the regular program classes because they do have classes. I'm just not sure who are teaching our June holiday programs yet, but it's going to be our amazing writers and work teachers, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, gifts. Gifts, of course. Any one of you who is going to be joining our June holiday program or any of the programs after June, which I mentioned, PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course and PSLE Oral One-to-One Intensive Coaching, and our top schools, English Exam Paper 2 Revision. Wow, I memorized some very long names. You will be entitled for a $50 voucher, regular program voucher, if you join our regular program after. At the same time, we do have more freebies and early bird gifts for those of you who are joining our PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course and one-to-one coaching this May, because currently we are running the early bird campaign now, as in now. Yeah. So, one last. This is the last program I'll be sharing with you before I let you go, ladies and gentlemen. So, primary 1 and 2 students, parents, if you really want to get started and really give your child that runway, that very comfortable runway to really just slowly, gradually master composition writing and never ever feel the need to stress out closer to national exams in primary 6, this is a bit of a glimpse for you to get them started with writing. A 3-day program for our primary 1 and 2 students. Of course, it's an activity-based lesson where we make sure that they really remember the story and be able to write them and get the time to practice writing them while learning some very strong vocabulary words and phrases, and have fun in the class. Okay. Yeah, look at these kids doing the lesson last March and June. Yeah. Now, day 1 is TLC sandwich, and when I say activity-based, it is indeed activity-based. You can see the young boy right here making his own sandwich. My goodness, so nice, yeah? Then hot of cold, we also have it. And finally, razzle dazzle. Sure, what are they about? If you want to learn more, come and join us here in Writers Work. Okay, these are all the 3 lessons that they're going through for primary 1 and 2 composition writing. Feel free to scan the QR code. WhatsApp us at 840-49281, or better yet, click the button right here, Service Plus. Am I pointing it accurately? Yes. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Provide us your contact details through that button. We will forward it to our customer service team. They will reach out to you and explain to you whatever it is you need to be explained. Yes. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, don't just take my word for it. I have a few things to share with you. Perhaps I can show you some of our Google reviews that has come from our very own students here in Writers at Work, who has been very happy and who have benefited from the strategies and the structures and the methods that we have used to prepare them for examinations and overall make them better speakers and writers of the English language. Yeah. And this is the QR code. I'm giving you a bigger one. This will bring you to the main page that we have in our website about holiday programs. If you just want to, shop around and see your options for lower primary, upper primary, and or even if you want to go all the way to checking our regular programs, feel free to do so. All the details of our holiday programs are right there. There are downloadable program brochures there if you want to really dive into and read about the program as well. And the registration form is also there. Everything you need is there, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to scan the QR code. Yes, people. I'm going to skip this part first and go to please do remember we have our June PSLE composition writing crash course. It's a 5-day crash course in June where every day, every lesson is a 3-hour lesson where you're not only learning and mastering an AL1 level composition, but you're also learning how to unpack composition questions so you never get tricked and you never write off the topic. Number 2, learn how to plan effectively, apply new writing and learn new writing techniques every single day. And of course, learn how to adapt these stories to other composition questions or other possible pictures that may come out for PSLE. Yeah. Yes. Now, again, the big QR code is provided for you on top. Now, what I'm going to do is to show you a few of the reviews that our parents and students have shared so that you will at least hear it from the very people who has experienced the writers of work magic. Now, let's see. We have over 400 plus reviews. Actually, yeah, you can go into Google and you search any of our branches, which, by the way, we have Clementi, Bukit Ang Mo Kio, Marine Parade, Tampines, Augang, and here, Tiong Bahru. Did I say? And finally, oh, did I miss anything? Did I miss one? There's one more? Oh my God. Oh my God, yes, Bishan. Thank you. Bishan as well. You can visit them in Google search, and then you will see our reviews right there. If you want to binge read, binge read Google reviews. But I share some of them with you today. Felix went to say the teacher at Writers of Work is extremely passionate and dedicated to improving the English standards of our child. To encourage my child into reading, the teacher brought along a few books of different genres to lend my child. We're happy that our child has found the right genre and gained interest in reading. Thank you, Miss Afika. Wow. Yeah, shout out to Teacher Afika. Shout out to Teacher Afika for being such an amazing teacher. Another one here said, this is the first year that our P6 girl is attending the enrichment class at Writers. Very patient and experienced teachers. My girl has improved in her writing in paper 2. Wow, that's amazing. Both paper 1 and paper 2. She has made improvement. Congratulations, and we thank you as well for trusting Writers at Work. Another one from Betty. I highly recommend Writers at Work to those who need help with composition writing. My elder son scored from AL4 in P5 to AL2 for his PSLE results after joining for only 1 year. Yes. I do think huge jumps like that. I've had students who jumped even more AL levels. Huge jumps like that are possible as long as your revision is strategic, especially that you have this amount of time left before the examination. Yeah. My kids have shown great improvements in their English language ever since they joined Writers at Work, and I'm glad that we have found Writers at Work. We're glad we have found you too. Thank you, Venice. Let's hear from our students. Royston and Yu Young in the house. They actually, it's so fun because they've been with us for so many years as students. They aced their O-level examination, of course, and they actually spent a few months here interning with us. And so shout out to Yu Young and Royston out there. Actually, Royston was in the live yesterday, and then he saw himself in the live. So Royston went on to share, I have been with Writers at Work for over 5 years now. That's not how it sounds. I'm just making it up. Okay. This is a testament to the caring teachers' innovative curriculum and engaging lessons. Writers at Work has taught me many examination techniques. Scare. If I had to only pick one technique, it would be scare, as it is very useful strategy that I used to organize my thoughts before presenting my oral response during my oral examinations. I benefited from the Writers at Work secondary program as I learned and conceptualized many structures aimed at all aspects of the English paper to help me achieve better results. My Rochester work teacher has also taught many life virtues, molding my character for many years ahead. Truly, 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 truly amazed. Thank you, Royston, for sharing your thoughts. And I'm really amazed because the scare structure that he mentioned here, we don't teach them to scare their teachers. Scare means stands for something. This is the structure that we teach our secondary students more specifically to tackle questions that are argumentative in nature that requires them to take a stand when they present their answers. That's why we teach them this structure. So it's a bit more strategies in secondary level because you deal with more types of questions. So for example, it's when it comes to composition writing, you're only writing really two types of composition in primary level, but when you go to secondary level, there's like 7 genres of essays that you need to deal with. Okay. When will you go through the questions? Oh, CW Hor, you were expecting me to go through some questions, is it? For today, for my live lessons, I would be basically just be going through some of our lessons that we are offering for June. Nonetheless, if you have some questions for me regarding some tips for examinations, I'd be happy to answer your question. But if you are going for going through some questions, we do have a live session. Do we have a live session tomorrow? Mine, no teaching session, When is the next teaching session? Friday? Thursday. So CW Hall. Thursday we have a teaching session. Friday also have, right? Okay, Friday also have. So Thursday and Friday we have teaching sessions for the live. Okay, just gonna be a different timing, but come. It's good that you have followed us. So then now you actually get notified when we go live, and then you can check it's a teaching live now. Yeah. So everyone, I'm gonna stop right here. I'm just gonna say thank you all for dropping by the live session. This is Teacher Mitsuko once again. We are offering 7 programs for June holidays, plus additional 1-day programs after June, focused on oral, and plus so many plus